Like everyone has their own unique twist. And sometimes the superpower is not even like, it has to be totally completely different. Like sometimes people's background and experiences, that in itself is so powerful.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Virtual Coffee Break with Bublup. I'm your host, Wade Sellers, and today I have got the guest of guests. We have a super YouTuber, travel, food, you name it. You've probably seen her online. I've got TJ Lee, CupofTJ with us. Good morning, TJ.
What an intro. Thank you so much. I'm so pumped. Wow.
TJ, it is such a blast to have you on the show. If you don't know who CupofTJ is, you really should hop on YouTube and just type in CupofTJ. It's all about travel and food in her world, and it is wonderful. It's such a vlog-like, descriptive, just delicious food journey. I enjoy your videos so much. You're very expressive in them, and I just enjoy the ride with your videos.
I want to lay on stacks and stacks of these eggs and just sleep on it, just like that.
So thank you very much for putting out your content. Very, very entertaining and informative. I did a little research on you. I don't know if you know some of these factoids, but I'm just gonna pump you up just a bit more if I didn't already. TJ's going on her 200th video. She's had 40 million views, with 1 million of them being in the last 30 days, and you are just about to cross your 400,000 subscription.
Yay.
That's mind-blowing numbers. I love it. So congratulations, and it's a testament to your quality, your excitement, and your consistency. So it's very cool.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Wow. My head's getting bigger. Sorry to say, but thank you. I know.
Do you do anything when it comes to inspirations for videos, mood boards or anything? Because that seems to be a trend as well.
I do mood boards, but my mood boards are more like search mood boards. So then when I do come up with an idea, or I need to go to a specific city or a specific country, I have a Bublup folder where I can drop in all the inspiration and all, like I can drop in blog posts, I can drop in videos, but I specifically look at things that have ranked really well. So things with a lot of views and things that perform well, just so I can see, like, before I even create the content, like, oh, do people even like watching this stuff, essentially? So it's a good way to like see it all visually all in one folder, like, oh, okay.
That seems to be a trend as well. Maybe this is more of a tip for the YouTubers out there. When you are thinking about making those videos, before it's just, that's a great idea, are you doing some research like, yeah, it's a great idea, but it also fits, like it's also searchable, or someone will find it.
Yeah, I always, I mean, it's a little bit of most, but I would say a little bit of both. I would say it's like 70% making sure before I even create the content that it's searchable and that there's some type of, like that people want to watch it, because most often, like, a lot of YouTubers spend a lot of time creating content and then it doesn't hit the views they want to hit and they become really discouraged. So I feel that, because I've done that for a really long time. So what we do now is, before we even create any content, we do like massive amount of research. So it's like there's a research doc with all the things around this particular topic, and then we put it into like a spreadsheet with like search numbers that look at search volume and search competition, and then we create the actual content. So it's like a whole process.
So you're a YouTuber, you're a content creator. How is Bublup fitting into this YouTube world you're doing?
Yes. Okay. So as a content creator, as a YouTuber, I think YouTubers not only create videos, we also create a lot of stuff like behind the scenes. We create like guides, we create like resources, we create like a list of our gear, like a ton of different things, and so there's always a need for us to store those things to bring people off of YouTube. Because, most content creators are like, we want people on YouTube, but to build a business and to build leads and to really grow something in the back end, like, you want to bring people off of that as well and into like your own space that is more, like intimate, basically.
It's your world, right?
So it's your world, yeah. And Bublup does that in like several ways. So then, for example, for me, because I do travel, I'm allowed to create like a folder on Taiwan travel. Then I can be like, hey viewers, you guys, if you want my maps, if you want like my favorite places to eat, if you want my itinerary that I created, like, come on into this folder, like come join this folder. It's all there in one place, rather than having like 3 different landing pages and like sending them through like this many newsletter stuff. Like, it's just easy to have it all in one place. So that works for me as like on that travel front. And then also, since I'm a YouTuber, there's like other businesses. So then I also do consulting and coaching on that side. So then having Bublup, like, it allows me to put all my trainings in there, and not just the video trainings, but also all the other resources that people ask for, like, you know, where do I find copyright free music? I can be like, oh, if you go into this folder, like, I have a folder on all the platforms. You can literally head in the folder and click it to go there. It's so easy, you know. And then next to it is a folder with where you can design thumbnails for YouTube videos. And then underneath that is a whole training on YouTube. Like, it's all in one place, and it's so easy to navigate. So then just sending my viewers there, it's just easy. It's like, it's all there.
I love that. It almost has a Patreon-y feel to it, doesn't it? Like, it's your community. Like, they're coming on in. Are people talking within the folders that you're bringing in?
You know what? It's so interesting you say it's more Patreon-y, but I feel like it's even more, I would say it's even more like technically and more geeky in a way, because like users get, you know, the platform is like so interactive. Like, you can drag stuff, you can comment stuff, right? Like, you can create your own folder. It's like very interactive, and then it like, I think it pushes for engagement, if that makes sense.
It does. Not only is it this exclusive access behind the scenes, here's my other stuff, but you're right. The conversations that are starting there, I imagine people are making friends, or at least people are adding to them, or they're suggesting more resources. Yeah,
it's very value based, in my opinion, because like, if a folder is all about, you know, like YouTube SEO for beginners, which is one of the folders, the questions are so specific to that, and it's nice because everybody's interested in that topic. So you kind of create like a little community within your larger platform.
If someone is so interested in the value you're adding, and then you have a resource for them, those people that are coming into that resource, they have to be getting close to that raving fan kind of stage, because they're trusting you and they're excited about what else you have to offer. So I imagine that the level of community, encouragement, motivation, positivity in that room is even greater than what you might even find potentially even in the comments of your videos, right?
Can I say something about that? It's funny you say like the raving fans going there. So I actually had people join my workshop who didn't know about, who like watched a few of my videos, but because they watched my YouTube SEO or these trainings and in that folder, they became bigger fans, because they were like, whoa, you're providing so much more value beyond just eating food. And I'm like, yeah, like, you know, I know all of these things in the back end. So like, you can have that information. And so they became more of a fan because of that extra value add.
Sure. You're not only are you giving back, but you're collecting, you're successful. Let's just call it. You're a successful YouTuber. You've done it long enough. You have a great, you have a great subscribership. People are genuinely in, like, if you look through your comments, you have like genuine fans that are just having conversations with you, which is super cool.
Yeah.
But you're right. When you get to that point where you have all this knowledge that you've built up over the years, and then you start putting that out and saying, hey, it's not just about me and entertainment. I have learned some things along the way that will be valuable to you. Why don't we put something out for that? The level of trust, and it's like, thank you for giving back. You know, it's, what do they say? When you get to the top, make sure you send the elevator back down.
Oh, for sure.
That's the idea that you're sending the elevator back down.
Always be providing back the value. Because like, I wouldn't even be here today without my viewers either, you know? So.
For sure. I wanna slide over to the coaching side of this. So there's a professional business on the other side of just YouTube videos and content and taking people on food and travel journeys. You're also teaching YouTubers, right? What's going on there?
Yes. Oh, okay. Thanks for asking. So I actually started doing this. Like, okay, so I would say 3 years ago, I built a passive course. It was called Viewing to Vlogging, and it was specifically for travel vloggers. And actually, like, a bunch of students who've taken that course, they're now at like 10K, 30K. One's about hit 40K and one's at 70K. So like massive, really massive success, because the course is so niche down to travel vloggers, you know, and like what's happening in the travel niche. So then that was 3 years ago. And then this year I decided, like, you know what, I should really venture out into more coaching for like creatives. So even people who want to create channels outside of travel, like what does that look like? So now I have like programs built out, and I'm launching, or it's launched. I have a new program called the Vlogger Academy. It's like very intimate group coaching for 3 months, where I'm hands-on with the creator on their channel. So like, yeah, it's a little different from a passive course, but I just found like group coaching is so much fun. I like Zoom calls like this, you know, and it's fun to see. It's fun to see like their transformation and their own mini breakthroughs, because being a YouTuber is actually, there's a lot of work that goes into it, and there's a lot of like mentally there's a lot of like roadblocks and things that you have to overcome. So being with the students is super important to be like, you got this.
Do you find that the value that you can add on that one-on-one audit is just, is it just fast tracking, like as opposed to Googling or watching a bunch of videos on how to do it?
Yeah, it absolutely compresses the journey for sure. It absolutely does. And I say this because like all of my YouTube journey, like I had to figure so many things out by myself. And I look back now and I'm like, wow, if only I knew this, I would have grew so much faster. I would have been doing this already, you know, or stuff like I would have charged more for this, or like I would have the system built out and not be able to feel so burnt out all the time. So definitely always with anything, even when like businesses or whatever, always investing in a coach who have done what you've done. I think that's so, so important.
Is that something that you teach when you're talking to everyone on a one-on-one coaching basis? Is like, what's your differentiation here? How are you standing out?
I call it their superpower. I'm like, what's your superpower? Yeah. Because, you know, like we're all covering the same topics, but it's like everyone has their own unique twist. And sometimes the superpower is not even like, it has to be totally completely different. Like sometimes people's background and experiences, that in itself is so powerful, you know, like, because there's so many skincare, for example, there's so many skincare channels, but there's not a lot of skincare channels where the person is like an esthetician, where they like went to school, you know, like where there's more of that experience. And that in itself is a superpower already, right? So it's not just about
you have professional credibility in this. You're not just like trying it.
It's not just like being weird or doing that. It's just like sometimes that's the superpower, but people don't realize that, and so it's just like bringing that out, and that's important.
TJ, let me ask you: if someone wants to reach out and ask you any other questions about YouTubing, maybe your coaching, how you're using Bublup, or anything in this, how do they reach out to you?
Please, my Instagram is @CupofTJ, and that's the best place to reach me.
I love it. CupofTJ right there. Information down in the description below. TJ, it was an absolute blast interviewing today. Thank you so much for having the conversation.
And thanks, everyone.
And I hope that we have you on again.
Thank you.
See ya.